Hello and welcome to Simuldub Saints, your guide to seasonal anime dubs. I'm your host, LaserKid, and with me as always is my trusty co-host.
Hello, I am Archangel, lover of cat girls.
And we have a returning back-to-back special guest today.
It is I, Sketch1984, host of the Toonami Faithful podcast and lover of animation.
True. You've been listening to our theme song, Wherever I Go, from front of the podcast Amperin. Check out their awesome music, link in the description.
And in this episode, we are shouting out Science and Futurism with Isaac Arthur. More about them at the end.
And we have no news because, for you, when M. Bison showed up, it was a week apart. For Bison, it was like 15 minutes apart. We are recording these episodes back-to-back because that's just how the scheduling worked out. But we're here to talk about, well, it's Isekai season, everybody! And I'm only half joking. It is a spring 2026 anime preview.
Not Wabbit season, not Duck season, Isekai season.
Isekai season. Let's get those shotguns out for Isekai.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, gosh. Well, we are going to start with High Dive, mainly because, well, they're already running their stuff, but, and I just realized I forgot one because we're not watching it, but I'll mention it briefly. Chain Soldier Season 2 is ongoing right now. All of the dubs that are going this season have been going on High Dive because they started like a couple of weeks back. And we also talked about them last season, not knowing if when they were going to start. They started late. So yeah, that's one. We've talked about it. I don't think any of us were particularly interested in Chain Soldier Season 2, but that is a thing.
Not my kind of porn.
Nor mine. Continuing, we have Hell Mode. That's Wednesdays at noon. They all are. Pretty much all of the High Dive stuff are Wednesdays at noon. That is noon Eastern. Hell Mode, I've been watching. First of all, it's our first Isekai. But also, surprisingly pretty good. I've been moderately enjoying this one so far.
Yeah, it's fine. It's cute.
It doesn't stand out overly much, but it's fine.
No.
It's fun.
Yep.
Haven't even looked into it.
It's neat. This hardcore pro gamer guy wants a tough challenge. He wants a hell mode difficulty. And so for his troubles, he gets isekai'd into a fantasy world as a summoner. But as a baby.
Yeah. But what's funny is the what at least what he thinks of as the devs, which they might be devs, they might be gods, who knows? They do actually respond to support tickets where there's a problem, is the funny thing.
They really do. It is very funny.
That's pretty amazing. It's not that often. It's not that often that the devs or the moderators really play a part in the story. I can only think of really
it's minor. It's minor. There's only been one thing so far that's a plot point that he's like, "What the hell?" and he puts in a support ticket and he gets a response.
That's wild.
Yeah,
it was.
I noticed that this mole looks straight out of Mole Mania.
He does.
That little known Game Boy game by Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah.
It must be a thing because I saw the exact same thing for the character Dreamo in Laid Back Tamer's Late Start Life, which is another thing that I mixed. I should talk about at some point in a bonus episode. That's I'm not sure how good of an anime it would make, but they're fun light novels, and it's a story about. It's very much like Bofreen. I put all my stuff into defense, where it's about people playing an MMO.
Okay.
It's fun.
Well, our second High Dive show, or third rather, Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling. There's your number 2 for the Isekai counter. This one's cute. This is definitely our dragon show because it's a drop out of dragon, but I love it because we found Adam Gibbs again. And now I get to put the Adam Gibbs joke up.
Say his name and he appears.
He finds us. I don't know. We don't look for Adam Gibbs. Adam Gibbs finds us. But this one's, it's cute. Guy gets reincarnated as a dragon. wants to be friends with humans. Humans are terrified of him. He's trying to find a way to not be terrifying. Makes very silly mistakes in the process.
Yeah.
It's cute. Nothing remarkable, but it's cute.
Yeah. So far, there's been Adam has been having to carry a lot of the show on his own because he's like we've seen some humans a little bit, but we're not really in contact with them yet, so it's mostly him talking to himself. And while of course he does a great job, I hope that doesn't go on for too much longer because
there is a deuterogamous human character who we get some focus on, but a lot of it is dragon, and that's Adam Gibbs, and he does a fantastic job. But yes, I'd like to see more characters as well.
I hear this show actually makes a point of like shaming the protagonist for wanting to be human again.
Yes and no. But I mean, we're only 3 episodes in, so it very well could.
It's more like the deck is very stacked against him so far.
But I appreciate an isekai that presents a outlandish idea and doesn't immediately negate it with, but he's basically human.
No, the humans want to kill him on sight, man. Except for the one.
This is some Tony Chopper life right here.
Oh yeah, no, they're like, well, they're scared of him.
Yeah, dragons are fucking dangerous and mostly
weird little creature.
Just kill anything that. Well, it's not even that. They recognize it as a They recognize them as a dragon, and dragons are fucking scary, and it's better to kill them while they're little, because when you can actually hurt them.
True. They don't want them getting any bigger.
Exactly.
And of course he does, and the form he goes to, he chooses because he wants a human form. But it has a lot of other dangerous aspects to it, which, oops.
Yeah, and he might have been trolled by the class description. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, there's some interesting things going on there.
But yeah, it's like, I wouldn't pick the Nurgle dragon just for that. Come on.
Yeah, but he did. It's fun. If you like Isekai, you're going to love it. If you like dragons, you're going to love it. If neither of those are really your thing, I'd say give it an episode or two, see what you think. It's not the most amazing thing, but it's not bad. It's a solid, okay show. It's amusing. But you want a solid show, that's it for our exclusive High Dive. But as we mentioned in the news last week, there's a show that's on High Dive and Crunchyroll at the same time, and it's an absolute god-tier show, and that's Oshi no Ko Season 3. All over this. Already very good. The first episode of Season 3 did not disappoint.
Nope. None of the VAs have missed a beat. It is absolutely fantastic.
I look forward to starting it. I've been kind of holding out. Just other things.
You're in for a treat.
Taking priority. Yes. But I have read most of the manga, so I'm curious how the anime will do adapting. Because after season 2, I was like, I can't wait. I can't wait.
No, I get you. I didn't know where to go read it, so I just didn't.
Oh, it's actually available for free on Manga Plus.
Okay, I might have to...
Manga Plus. Yeah, you can only read a chapter, I think, one time for free, but
yeah,
read it more than once.
Yeah, if you read it more than once, just buy it at that point.
Yeah, I mean, and of course you can buy it, and there are hard copies if you care to collect hard copies.
Indeed.
But, yeah, it's a really interesting story, and the point where season 3 starts, things are getting. Ooh.
I love how Ruby and Aqua have effectively traded places.
Yeah. The previous seasons, Aqua was the kind of the dark one, and now Aqua's kind of chilled out a whole lot. And now
my card of revenge is already dead. I'm good.
Ruby's like, when's Big Brother gonna deal with this?
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on, and I'm very taken by the show. The internet has spoiled the ending for me. I could deal with that. I don't really agree with the internet's take that the ending is bad. I actually think it sounds, from as described, sounds very Oshi no Ko.
Does season 3 actually end the story? Or
No,
is there
there's
gonna
going to
be
be
another season?
one more season from what I've read.
Okay,
The next season is going to be the final. That's what I've seen.
If anyone thinks to breathe a word about what's coming to me, I will do horrible, horrible things to you.
Nope, I'm not going to tell you.
Nope.
If I was going to, Ark, I already would have.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you, okay. I just meant everyone in general.
You are safe because you're not on social media.
Yeah, if you spent any time on social media, you'd be dodging this nonsense.
Yet
Oh,
again,
gosh.
my Gabe Newell strategy of doing absolutely nothing and ignoring everybody means that I win, just like Gabe.
Also, Luigi,
I'm
apparently.
not wrong.
Yep.
Oh
like
my gosh,
Luigi.
that's funny.
Do nothing and win. Yeah, Oshinoko is a phenomenal series.
We're both fat guys with big beards who just do nothing and win. Although Gabe is 10 times more awesome than I could ever hope to be, but the principle still appertains.
But yeah, no, Oshinoko is a good time. Season 3 so far, very good. Watch it wherever you want. Crunchyroll, High Dive. You know, I could get used to this. I wish this would happen more. That's unlikely, but it's nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad that High Dive got it.
It's an interesting situation because
Yeah.
for a time it looked like Crunchyroll snatched this show away, and everyone was like, "Oh dang, High Dive lost one of its only big gets." And then it showed back up on High Dive, and they even announced the dub for High Dive, and we're like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess it's fine."
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I am watching it on Crunchyroll for the subtitles being on screen without having to have all the subtitles on the screen. But I mean, I love that it is on High Dive, and I still have High Dive, so you know.
Yeah. This seems to be the first indication that things are going to be different going forward with Katakawa now that Sony owns a piece of them.
Indeed. Well, that continues on. Let's talk about that evil empire. The rest of our list, as the poll always is Crunchyroll. And if anyone has any one that screams out to them, feel free to grab it. Otherwise, I will grab it and go ham, as it were.
Well, I'll start with this first one just because the trailer is kind of hilarious to me.
I actually really like the trailer on this one.
It's interesting. So the title is Agents of the Four Seasons: Dance of Spring. And so a human entrusted with the power of spring returns to a world with an everlasting winter. And if you're not driving or something,
you got to tell them when it starts.
Dub airtime TBA. Estimated April 11th as the sub started on March 28th. So we're, as usual, guesstimating 2 weeks.
That's how it usually works out.
Yep. So I'm going to invite everybody who is not driving or something like that and is a position to pause the podcast for a second, go down and see. You're going to be linking all the trailers in the comments or in the description.
I do not use that.
Okay, then go just type out, just search for Agents of the Four Seasons. I can do it for this trailer. One for you. No, just it wouldn't be fair to anyway. So yeah, just do me a favor, pause the podcast. Go search on YouTube Agents of the Four Seasons trailer and just watch it. It's quick. And then come back. You back? Okay. So, first of all, this could be interesting. It could be a hot mess. I can't tell you from watching that. But as I'm watching this, it just struck me that if there's somebody who knew that there's more to anime than Dragon Ball Z, but didn't really watch anime, this is the sort of thing they would picture when you just said to them anime, because there's so many different things going on, and there's, in a sense, so many tropes that I found it kind of funny on that respect.
I didn't even pick up on that. I just thought it was an interesting concept, and I love the whole secret agent side of it as well. Like, there's some. My question is, who is it benefiting to have permanent winter?
Yeah, it was tonal whiplash. And again, don't get me started on that, because it's like, okay, is this just localized? Is this the whole world? Because if it's the whole world, I look forward to learning how any human being is still alive after 10 years of constant winter. Or rather, I look forward to it not being explained at all, because this is anime. But this
They'll
is
probably
entertainment.
explain whatever they're doing.
Not really. I've been very disappointed with most shows outside of Dr. Stone in that respect. But
Well, if you're looking for a scientific explanation, yeah, no, that's
something that does it, something where I have to go to the fridge before the fridge logic sets in.
But it'll explain, the story beats.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it just, there's apparently a lot going on with this show, which, because the trailer is kind of all over the place tonally and thematically, which usually means there's a lot going on.
It looks good to me. I'm very curious.
Yeah, it's certainly promising, yeah. We'll see. So, Sketch, what do you think, if anything?
Well, I just watched the trailer, and I think it looks quite intriguing. It's Wit Studios, so it looks really good. And
Yep.
yeah, the secret agent aspect of it is cool, and it seems like various people have unique powers, and there's a power struggle and fighting, and yeah, there seems to be a lot going on, and it's very intriguing.
The Springbringer lady says that her powers were not hers; they were gifted by a goddess. So there's some very crazy shit that could be going on here. So I'm interested. Definitely think this has a lot of potential. Could have fallen on its face? Sure. Do I think it will? I don't know. I don't know enough about the people behind it. Studio Wit's definitely going to animate it very, very well. So if nothing else, this is going to be a very pretty show.
Yep. I'm pleasantly surprised there's a witch show that's not going directly to Netflix, because don't they have like a deal now?
Gosh. Yeah. Well, we got a big witch show, but we'll get there in a minute. That's going to be a little further down the line. Actually, towards the end. But we do have a big witch show.
I said wits, not witch.
Oh, wit. I'm smart. My ears hate me. Yes, that is a little more surprising, yes. Well, up next is a show that's very much up my alley. An observation log of my fiancée who calls herself a villainess. Dubbed airtime is, of course, TVA, because Crunchyroll does not do their own estimations. We estimate April 20th, as a sub started on April 6th, which is today, as we record this. Reborn as an Otome villainess, Bertia tries to ruin her engagement, but only charms the prince in the process. This trailer was bonkers. I laughed so much. Also, Isekai counter time.
Yeah, there's so many of these villainesses. They need to start unionizing. I swear to
They
God.
do. I will say, we didn't really we didn't do an episode on it because we had one this past season that I was kind of underwhelmed by, to be honest. So I'm kind of interested in hoping this will be a lot more fun, because usually I love these.
I sense Baccarina energy in this, which is
I do
promising,
too.
so.
Agreed.
She's trying to ruin her engagement, and it's only making the prince more enthralled.
Yeah, because she's just out there, just telling him what's going on, and he's like, "This girl is bonkers. It's amazing." And I think it's one of these things where the prince was just bored, and now it's like, here's somebody interesting.
I could see it. Totally see it.
That was the read I got from him. But
all right, Ark, I know you want to do this next one.
Yeah. Oh, one other note about this is Cat Girl spotted, so automatic.
There you go.
Points from Archangel. Yeah, I think it's sort of little lady in waiting or something. Okay, so next up, Ascendance of a Bookworm, adopted daughter of an Archduke, which is, of course, book 3, if we're going by the novels.
Part 3.
And, yeah. So, volume 3, whatever. I forget exactly what they. But yeah, the third thing that's what's funny is each part gets steadily longer and longer and longer. So expect the next one to be. If this isn't, I can't imagine they're going to try and fit the whole thing.
We're getting 2 back-to-back cores for this, so
right. That sounds about right for 3, and then 4. It's like good no. Who knows how long it'll take them? They better not rush. But anyway, so yeah, in a world of magical nobles, Rosemine, which not Rosenmine, Rosemine, must survive deadly plots and fight to bring books back to life. And so this is where things really start to keep up. Dub time is, of course, TBA, but it's estimated to be on April the 18th. And so, yeah, this is one of the better novel series just in general that I've ever read.
I knew you had to talk about this
anime,
one because...
Yeah, the anime is good. It's basically, honestly, I'm expecting good things. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of nitpicks, and they won't matter a damn. Because this is where we get to start getting into the shit that I want to see animated, which is where things start to get bonkers.
Oh yes, I've actually watched the first episode subbed, and they nailed it.
Yeah,
Ark and I have both read the entire light novel series for this thing, and I'm excited. And oh my god, this season's so much prettier.
Yep.
Than the previous. They did not spare the budget on this.
Yeah,
I think it helps that the series is over now.
Right, and I was impressed the first time around, where they took a lot of the later material that was, like flashbacks to what else was going on and people we didn't know yet, and incorporated it. So there is some benefits to going back after everything's done.
So, of course, this is the Isekai counter again, because it's another Isekai.
But yes, we give praise to the gods.
I've heard the adaptation of some of the other seasons have left something to be desired.
They've left certain things out that it's not major. It's not a major problem for the parts they adapted, but there's certain setup things that they left out that would be a problem later on.
Yeah, we'll see how they do. Go read the books is the TLDR, but not that shouldn't watch this. But seriously, everyone who has the time and inclination should read these books. They're amazing, and they're not just like novels. They are straight up novels.
No, I'm going to disagree with you there. You want that? You want ReZero light novels? Those things are massive.
I'm talking about like that. I'm talking about.
Well, you understand that light novel refers to page count, right?
Yes, and I disagree. But
well, that's the whole point of the term. That's what it means. It means it's a shorter book.
Whatever. The point is, this is quite serious.
Oh, it's incredibly well written.
Yeah.
That much I definitely agree with you. But yeah, Ascendance of Bookworm is very, very good.
It's the book equivalent of This Is Cinema.
Yeah, kinda.
Very much so, yeah.
So yeah.
All
right. Sketch, you want to do this next one, or do you want to do the one after?
I'll do this one.
Okay. I don't want to force you down ones you don't care about, but I also realize we haven't let you do one yet.
Yeah. Classroom of the Elite, the 4th season. Second year, first semester. Dub airtime to be determined. Probably.
I just there. My bad.
4/15 since the sub began on 4/1, with a 4-episode drop. Interesting. That's becoming more commonplace. But
they just dropped 4 episodes sub right away.
I would not have expected that from this series in particular.
Neither did I, but there it was.
I'm reading your description here as its second year of the advanced nurturing high school begins with new tests and trials, and I literally read it as advanced neutering high school.
Oh no!
Which
I'm
might
moderately familiar with these. but not enough to know detail. But I know that this is one of those ones where it's like, the class is doing psychological battles with other classes.
Yeah,
and
it's all psychological battles. Mr.
Sounds terribly boring. I'll be honest.
Aloof and unassuming is actually a mastermind who's probably some kind of evil. And all the girls fall for him one way or another.
Yeah,
I've never been interested, but some people
Yeah.
love this thing.
Yeah. Well, to quote Bruce Wayne vis-a-vis A Wonderful Life, it's a wonderful life. I could never get past the title. So just the title of this spells instant boredom for me, and everything I've learned about it probably would be. But
I found the first season to be pretty interesting. I tried to watch the second season, and immediately they start throwing out all these rules, and none of it was properly captioned on Crunchyroll. And I was like, forget it. Forget it.
We're one of these where the writer gets up their own ass with how their systems work.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate when things
Oh
devolve into
boy.
that. All the more so since I've written things in the past, just stupid things that I've been very guilty of that.
It's certainly a decent looking show, and the girls are all very cute.
Can't argue with that.
But they're high school girls, so
Yeah. But it's
I'll
just
pine over the teacher. The teacher's the real one.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
It's I have no idea how additional seasons of this show has turned out. I'm somewhat interested, but now there's so much of it that I don't know if I would ever bother getting back to. But
I'm not sure that I've would or wouldn't enjoy these. I just haven't, and I've heard enough to be like, I would either love this or hate it, and I really don't know what.
yeah. Probably not
But-
worth the investment.
Probably not. But something I have thrown my investment into is Daemons of the Shadow Realm. Dub airtime is, well, I said TBA, but they've already dubbed it because this is a same day dub, which started back on April 4th. So,
Heyo.
same day dub, gotta love it. Daemons of Shadow Realm. Two twins find themselves in a battle between those who can control supernatural beings called Daemons. There is some crazy shit going on here. We don't really fully understand what's going on, but there's like this, old-timey Japanese village, and
on the top of a fucking mountain.
top of a mountain, and then they get assaulted by helicopters with people in
because they did a great job of broadcasting, like right from the first scene, that this is a disparate tech level thing, Traveler style, because they're looking up and they're seeing contrails, and they're like, oh, dragon track, so they have a term for this, and I'm like, oh god, and then all of a sudden we hear helicopters coming. I'm like, oh shit.
Basically, all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure how to describe what happens. I think we're better watch the first episode.
better
It
not,
is worth your time. Watch the first episode.
Absolutely.
We could talk for half an hour trying to deconstruct it.
This one is definitely a future episode from us. I guarantee
it is a brilliant setup. We'll see if it delivers on it, but I see no reason why it wouldn't.
They are doing this thing where this brother and sister twin duo both seem to have some kind of a special destiny going on, and people are fighting over that.
Oh yeah,
that's much I can definitely say.
There's so much going on here,
and we don't even really We're saying that it's complicated. We don't really know. We have no idea.
It did a great job of throwing you headfirst into the deep end without quite letting you drown.
Now, this one is from the author of Fullmetal Alchemist, isn't it?
It is.
I can see it. That would explain a lot.
It absolutely is, and that should have mentioned that sooner. Yes, it is from the creator of Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah, definitely worth a look. I have not seen the first episode, but probably will soon.
Highly recommend. Definitely very good. All right. Who wants to get excited?
I'll get excited.
Get excited.
The Kingdom of Science final experiments begin as Dr. Stone Science Future comes to its conclusion. The dub airs Thursdays at 2 p.m. Same day as the sub.
All right. I have to I have to do this. You can see it in my notes so you know what I'm about to do, but it's been a stone road getting from there to here. It's been a long tide, but my spaceship's finally here. And I will see my people unpetrified at last. I will touch the sky. And they're not gonna shoot me down no more. No, they're not gonna outscience my mind. Cause I've got faith of... Okay, it's not Star Trek, but yeah, I had to do it.
Okay, so before you say anything, I have not watched either part of Science Future yet. So
Ooh.
bear that in mind. I
Um,
intend to watch it all
Yes. It's good.
very soon.
Go watch it.
Yeah, it's very good. Honestly, it's just picking up right where the last core left off.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I've loved Dr. Stone.
yes.
I've bought it on Blu-ray. I watched
I
it on
need to do
Toonami, and the reason why I didn't watch this yet is because I was hoping to watch it on Toonami, but those
Dr.
hopes are pretty
Stone
dashed
is-
by now.
Yeah.
And,
This one's actually really important to me because actually, to Toonami Faithful, my first guest editorial for you guys was about Dr. Stone. And I've
Yeah.
written about Dr. Stone several times. And heck, I was at the premiere, the world premiere of Dr. Stone with CJ and V-Lord at Anime Expo. This
I
thing is
remember.
really important to me. And the fact that it's also really, really good. And I started this as a manga before that. Yeah, no, Dr. Stone's always good.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting up with my silly song. I've been wanting to do that since this thing coming. I'm like, yep, it's time to do some Star Trek Enterprise on this because rocket ship.
Okay. Speaking of which, my comment was, okay, it's time to build a big fucking bomb and put a nozzle on the end. Which
sounds like a Dr. Stone thing to do.
that's the best description of a liquid fueled rocket that I've ever heard. It's basically what it is.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not
Exactly.
wrong.
Yeah.
You make me think of like soda pop rockets where you put like a soda liter and
Yep.
put a
That's
rocket in there.
what you're doing. It's congratulations. You've got a what do you call that? What do you call like compound explosives where you have to put them together? I forget there's a term, but anyway, yeah, congratulations, you built a bomb with a nozzle on the end.
Yep. All right, I'm actually willing to jump on this next one if neither of you are.
I'll do it. It's fine.
Well, no, of all of these, this would be the one that I'm willing to talk about.
Okay, fine. I'll take the next grenade.
All right, it's Go For It, Nakamura-kun! Dub airtime, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Because it's a same-day dub, and it's already going. They actually double dropped the first two episodes, dub and sub, already. An awkward high school boy falls in love at first sight with his dreamy classmate. My note does say, oh no, not another one, and I meant it, because I had romance overdose last season, and oh god, kill me.
There were a lot.
And the one we ended up watching was murdering me, but Ark liked it, and everyone else did, so I tolerated it.
What was the one you ended up watching?
You and I are polar opposites.
Oh, that's a cute one, though.
It's great.
It cringes the heck out of me.
I actually have only seen the first episode, and I gotta say, she's a lot. She is a lot.
But what
That's
I
my
like is that they
problem.
show what's going on in her head, which is interesting.
See, that's what drives me nuts.
Okay.
I can get
I
the
do
appeal,
appreciate
but it
that
just,
perspective. That's very fun. But
Okay.
wow, she is a lot.
Oh, yeah, that is my problem. That is exactly my problem.
Okay.
It's
Like
very
I watched
well
the first
made. I won't argue
episode,
that.
and
Anyway.
Duelist was like raring to watch the next one. I'm like, we cannot watch a second episode of that right now.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, as far as this goes, this is a little bit less energy, but it's still. This is just a nice. This strikes me as a perfectly nice bog standard romance if you're into that. Now, the big thing that we haven't said yet. This is a yaoi story. Boys love. So if you're into that, here you go. It looks like a really good, solid show. I have no interest because I don't do yaoi, but there's nothing wrong with it from what I can see from the trailer.
That's very interesting. A same-day dub of a cute romantic comedy yaoi.
Yeah,
I think that's a good thing. You know,
just from watching the trailer, all this is absolutely not up my alley for all the reasons I've mentioned several times. I'm not really into romance stuff. I will say that there is a bit of charm in the animation, so I can totally see the. And that's why I was willing to jump on this bomb, because I could at least say something nice about it, even though I'm not interested.
Kind of Rumiko Takahashi looking.
It does. It does remind me of Rumiko Takahashi.
That being the creator of Ranma and Inuyasha, for those
listening
who don't know who the legendary Rumiko Takahashi is.
It makes me sad that that's the case. Also, I'm just going to make a throw out here. If you have Netflix, you have a new Rumiko Takahashi show called Mao.
That's on Hulu.
Oh, is it on Hulu? I thought it was Netflix. Okay, I can actually watch it! Oh,
the new Ranma is on Netflix, and it's very good.
I never finished the old Ranma.
That's a lot of episodes.
I got through like 2 seasons, I think.
The Netflix show is, I wouldn't say too fast-paced, but it is way faster than the old
I may have to give it a go. Ranma was really big when I got into anime.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to jump on the next one?
I'll do it. All right, because I have things to say. So, all right,
Okay.
the title is I Want to End This Love Game. Dub airtime TBA, guesstimated as April 28th. Yukiya and Miku have secret crushes on each other. Can they finally find the courage to confess? And it's this totally stupid situation where, you know, watch the trailer, you'll see, but it's one of these will they, won't they things, and that's the third circle of hell. So
I agree with you, but there is a little bit of nuance here that they've been saying "I love you" and since they were kids as a game, but now that they're older, they want to make it serious. But neither one wants to be the one to make it serious.
Yeah, and
that's an interesting wrinkle, but it's still not Kaguya-sama tier.
No,
I mean, honestly, this is like the romance equivalent of being blue-balled. To me, at least. Which, you know, some people are into that.
I see what you're saying, actually, and yeah, this one's definitely not up my alley for the same reason, but I will give it credit that it's trying to do something.
Sure, I mean, and if you do like this will they, won't they stuff, here you go. It looks really well done, but just, oh god, no, not for me. And but my whole reaction to both of these characters is just shit or get off the pod. Or to put it slightly more in tone, you know, kiss him, you idiot.
Okay. Who wants to talk about Liar Game?
I guess I will.
Go for it.
Dub airtime to be determined for the Liar Game, estimated 420, blaze it. The sub began on the 6th today of when we were recording it. Now Kanzaki receives a strange letter and 100 million yen and learns she has been selected for the Liar Game.
The trailer gives a little more detail. It basically, she's trying. The whole point is to con other people out of the money. But if you get dropped out, you owe them like a life-ruining amount of money.
Yikes!
And
why would you play?
I have several questions, and that is one of them. My other question is, how can they possibly enforce that?
Well, if they had you sign a contract, I guess, but.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like they did. It seems like they just mailed it to random people. It's like, all right, I take your money. I don't owe you anything. I didn't sign anything. Well, screw you.
Well, I would just burn the money on camera and send the video to them. So never
No, you owe us
never
100 million.
No, never contact me again.
I'd honestly
yeah.
just take the money and be like, this was unsolicited. Mine now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or just donate it to charity.
There are many
even
flaws
better.
in this plan.
Yeah, or just
The
take
whole
money.
idea seems to be, the whole idea of this seems to be like a psychological thriller where, the main character doesn't like to lie to people and wants to be nice. And I'm like, you're playing a game called the Liar Game. What do you mean you want to not lie to people and be nice? If you're going to play this game, you've got to know other people are going to be lying. Are you dumb?
Yeah. Well, at least this doesn't look like torture porn, so it's
No, it doesn't look like that.
I'm still salty about that one show.
So
Yeah.
character progression will be she'll learn how to lie like the best of them.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Not when there isn't
No,
some
it's not.
overriding. Like, if does she need the money for, does she need the money for a sick relative or something? Give me some motivation here.
She probably needs the money for something.
Probably. And I will give it exactly one episode to determine how it's going to be, but
I'm just out. Even if it's the best thing in the world, this is not the sort of story I like. But
I'm not into this either, but I will give it a chance to make it.
at the very least, we need to be able to talk about it.
Yeah, so but honestly, I'm kind of not really all that interested. But it's for somebody, and apparently the manga for this is very well acclaimed.
Okay. I mean, yeah, there's a market for this. We're just not it.
Okay, who wants to get married?
Certainly not this
Okay.
kind of marriage.
All right, I'll jump on this bomb. This is Marriage Toxin, Dove Airtime's TBA, estimated April 21st, because it ends on April 7th. And I am so mad this has no trailer, because the only information we had to go by is an image, which you were seeing on screen, and Hikaru Gero, an elite assassin and heir to a family of masters, must find a bride to protect his sister. This could be awesome. This could be garbage. There's just not enough information to say.
Yeah, it's just, my comment was this will either be very bad or very good. Possibly both.
You're not wrong.
So, kind of the biggest thing here is the lovely lady in that picture next to Hikaru is in fact a cross-dressing guy.
Oh, I did not know this.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're both assassins, I believe.
Oh, we got some Spy Family shit going on here. All right.
Oh, God.
All
Yeah.
right. This
Okay.
could be fun.
Yeah, the other thing I'll note just from looking at the key art here is they seem to be doing the replacing blood with paintball colors like Zom 100.
Zom 100, yes. That's a fun little stylized thing.
I guess.
Okay, this is I'm reading some description on on Wikipedia here.
Oh my God.
Wanting to save his younger sister from such a fate, Jiro asks one of his assassination targets to marry him. When the cross-dressing marriage swindler Mei Kinosaki declines, Jiro instead asks Kinosaki to train him to date and how to appeal to women with the goal of finding someone he truly wants to marry.
Huh.
Oh,
So that
God. Okay.
But they're also assassins, so there'll be, fights.
We'll have to see.
Well, definitely. My stance hasn't really changed, but I appreciate the further information.
Well, with
And the
that
reason
further
why
information, my
yeah.
reaction is an image that I'll send to LK and have him put up on the screen.
So this is also sort of his problem because the Poison Clan states that if Jiro does not marry and produce an heir to carry the lineage of the clan, then they will force his sister into bearing a child against her wishes, and that's what he's trying to prevent.
Okay, that makes sense.
What a good big brother. Oh, and Bones is doing this adaptation.
Ooh, well, that's gonna be gorgeous. Nothing else.
It's gonna be looking good.
All right.
There you go, Sketch.
All right. Who wants to jump on the next bomb?
I think it's
I'll talk about it.
okay. Go for it.
Go.
Mistress Kanan is devilishly easy. Dub airtime to be determined, estimated to be April 18th, because the sub began on the 4th. A young demon usually has the upper hand in devouring souls until her fellow classmate captures her heart. And I saw a clip of this
I saw the trailer.
where the guy's like, "Can we hold hands?" And she's like, no, we can't do that." Next thing you know, he's tied up on a leash.
Yeah,
And she's like,
I cringed.
"We're
I
kind of
cringed
holding
out.
hands."
I cringed out 20 seconds into the trailer. I checked.
It is very cringy, but I could also see myself laughing my ass off depending on how it goes. But I don't know about this one.
I know it's cute.
Yeah.
I also think that the main character looks a lot like Iron Mouse, the VTuber. Which
Oh my gosh!
Fair enough. But yeah, no, this is one of these. So succubus, soul draining, but she likes the guy, so she doesn't want to eat him. He wants to be eaten. It's stupid. I've seen this sort of thing before. I'm not interested. Now, if you want this sort of bonkers thing, here you go. It looks fine, but not my thing.
Well, something that makes me very happy and JMac very happy. ReZero is back for season 4. All right, everyone, time for another Isekai counter. We're gonna have a couple of these for a minute here, but ReZero, to save his stricken allies, Zero faces a deadly desert to find the sage at Pleiades Watchtower. It's ReZero, and it didn't make us wait 3 years. I'm very, very, very happy, especially how that last ended. Oh my god.
I still haven't watched the last episode of the previous season.
Oh, you're in for fun. You should.
I was just going to basically wait until this was about to start.
That's probably wise. You won't be suffering as long as I have been. Although it wasn't that long, thankfully. It's just been about a year.
All right, so I'll take the next
one.
Unless you want to make me do the next one, which
no, I'll spare you on that one.
Okay,
and I know you want to talk about this.
Yeah, next up is Reborn as a Vending Machine. I Now Wander the Dungeon, Season 3. Dub airtime TBA estimated April 15th. It began on the 1st, the sub. So yeah, I mean, our favorite boxy boy is back.
I don't know what else to say, because we've talked about Vending Machine several times. This show is better than it has absolutely any right to be. I am beside myself that somehow this has made it to a 3rd season.
Actually, I know what to say. You could even win a reward.
I don't think I ever got around to watching season 2.
Oh, it's good. Season 2 is even better than season 1. And definitely sets up what's to come for the 3rd season. There were some there are some characters who I want to put on to do some things that Archangel likes. Bad guys.
Yeah, it just oh god, so stupid. And no excuse. They know they're being stupid.
Yeah. Hey, let's team up with the Demon Lord. That won't turn out badly.
We know it's going to turn out badly, but we're going to do it anyway because we're fucking stupid. This is dangerously verging on an idiot plot, but I don't care because this is fun. Honestly, I didn't really care about these characters anyway, so, whatever.
Yeah, but I won't say who they are because I don't want to spoil for Sketch, but yeah. Vending Machine, very fun. You could even win a reward.
Yes.
Isekai counter number 6.
They're taking over. Spring is Isekai
season. Surprised
season.
We're only up to 6 this far down the list.
I believe it goes down to 8 or 9.
Oh boy.
We still have some.
Well, it's that dreaded time again.
You've
Another season of Rent a Girlfriend.
I don't know how it's worked, but you've jumped on that bomb for us multiple times now.
I love talking about this trash. What are you talking about?
Well then, great. Glad to have you on.
Dub airtime to be determined, estimated to be April 22nd because the sub began on April 8th. Kazuya hopes to take his relationship with Chizuru, a rental girlfriend, to the next level. I believe currently they are on a vacation, and a very infamous scene in the manga should be appearing in this season.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's
Oh, dear. Are we
no.
having struggle snuggles or what?
All I know is I know how this. Which the way this thing ends makes me do a Simpsons. That's about all I can say.
well, we don't know how it ends.
Oh, I thought it was
Because
over.
that wasn't actually the end.
Oh, I thought it wasn't. Bad.
Of course not.
Yeah. No, they're dragging this shit on forever.
Yeah. But say it with me, fam. Anime should be anime, and hentai should be hentai.
I don't know. This is hentai. Well, actually, Sketch, you're probably. I don't know this hentai.
This show, it's not. I mean, it's horny, but it's like there's basically nothing ever happens.
That's kind of what I thought.
That's the fourth circle of hell.
It is the cuckening.
My God.
It is the cuckening.
Oh my God. And people pay. Well, okay. It seems very Japanese with like hostess clubs and stuff. Who was it who described hostess clubs as just like paying to be blue balled? Although strip clubs are the same thing, so I don't get it.
Like, in this group of girls, there's his ex-girlfriend who he thinks is an awful person that dumped him probably because he was not mature enough for a relationship, but she still kind of pines for him, so she's like sort of sabotaging his current relationships. And then there's the rental girlfriend that he wants to be his real girlfriend because he's very infatuated with her. And he's done a lot of things for her. There was a whole arc about him producing a movie that she could star in because she's an actress. And it was actually really sweet because they were trying to get this movie made in time before her grandmother passed away. So this show will tug on your heartstrings sometimes. But like, that was the peak. And now it's just Cuck City. But there's another girl who's very infatuated with this guy for reasons I cannot understand.
Oh no!
And she like wants to be his girlfriend, and she'll kiss him and try to do other things. But he's like stone-faced. No, I'm not interested in that with you. I want this other girl. And then there's another rental girlfriend that's like not very confident in her ability to be a rental girlfriend, and he's friends with her and goes on dates with her to like help her get better at being a rental girlfriend. But she's clearly also
this is like a twist on the harem man.
Interested in it's very much.
Was it not obvious from the key art? Which, speaking of which, from everything that's been described, this key art is way too wholesome. I will say that.
Yeah,
the five of them looking so pretty and everything. It's like, seems wasted, but I don't know. I mean,
and the other of the five there is she's not interested in him in that way. They're just friends, neighbors, and she's like an internet personality, social media expert. So she helps him out on certain things, like when they were getting the movie produced. I'm talking way too much about this terrible show / terrible manga.
If you're enjoying it, that
I genuinely did enjoy the first season, second and third. I didn't even watch the fourth season because I already knew where the story was going.
Ooh.
I might get back around to it because I just enjoy the trash, but it's so bad, and it's Cuckold City.
Oh boy,
it's Cuckold City.
Cuckoldry the anime. Understood.
Yeah,
there is a market for that.
I almost can't believe they're still making seasons of it, but then again, I can totally don't make it.
I mean,
it's got a name to it.
It's not there's nothing wrong with it per se, like that other show I'm salty about. And, as long as it keeps making money, why shouldn't they make more?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm going to talk about Snowball Earth, which is already running same day dub, and I want to shout this to the rooftops. It's a bang zoom dub, everybody!
Wow.
After 10 years in space, Tetsuo returns to a frozen Earth to keep a promise to a robot friend and comrade. Having seen episode 1, there's a lot more to this. Tetsuo and his robot buddy were the only force fighting the kaiju invasion from space.
Huh.
They go out on Tetsuo is kind of like this shut-in kid who can't really make friends. His only real friend is his buddy robot. And the robot was designed by his dad to be a self-destructing bomb to take out some kaiju in the area. Just gonna be like, look what I did. But it's his buddy, so he doesn't want that to happen. So instead, he figures out how to pilot his robot buddy and fight the things off, and he suddenly becomes the hero, the savior of Earth. They take him to a final battle in space with where the kaiju are coming from. Things don't go so well. And the whole things go badly. The robot has to self-destruct itself and send him out. And the last thing the robot says to him is, do a favor to me, make some friends. I want you to be happy. And he takes a while to get out. Like there's some suspended animation stuff going on here. He wakes up and tries to get out of the pod that's landed on Earth, and the whole planet has been frozen over. You don't know why.
Oh, that's an even more extreme case than that other show.
This thing is fun. I've enjoyed it immensely just in the episode I've seen. I think the concept is really interesting. Very good.
So this show is an illustration of a point where LK and I diverge in that I can't turn my logic brain off, and he can, if it's entertaining enough. So this first episode, this is written for 6-year-olds in terms of the sense of, so the animation's good, it's definitely heartfelt, but every single plot point is stupid if you look at it from a logical point of view. Why are you doing this? Because. Why are you doing this? Because there's no rhyme, no reason, and that's not the point. So it's bothering the hell out of me, but that's just
What do you mean there's no reason? Everything had a reason.
Okay.
There's kaiju attacking.
Let's just start with, okay, you're creating a giant bomb to go up to the kaiju. Why are you making a giant sapient robot instead of just making a fucking drone like we're using in Ukraine in real life?
Because maybe that's how he knew how to make. Maybe we don't know.
Why are you making it sapient? Okay, we're going out to kill the kaiju. Why are we sending just one fucking ship? Why are we putting it all on one emotionally unstable teenager?
All right. Would you let me actually answer you, buddy? Jesus. If you're going to go, why? Of course I can't answer you because you're speed running. So they don't just put it on him. Obviously, he's not the only one fighting. We have a whole military. We see that they are also fighting. He's just clearly the most effective. That's why he got called the savior. Why? The one I'll give you is why make the robot? Because that's the concept. I have no other answer for you on that one. So there are other military people that are also doing things. They just don't seem to be as effective for whatever reason. Is because of the robot, and so he's able to fight. And as far as why they only send one ship, that's all they had. And also I'm pointing this out to you, if they had, I don't think it would have helped.
I don't know, but that's not the point. The point is, it just seems completely. It's like it doesn't. I don't know. The writing.
You didn't enjoy it, and that's fine.
Yeah. This is.
I don't agree with you on that.
Oh, it's incredibly ham-fisted. I think that's part of the point. I think it's doing it as a stylistic choice. It's just this is not for me. Is the point, and
that is reasonable. That I agree with. If it's not for you, it's not for you. I can't say anything about that. I'm disagreeing with you on the specifics of your critique, but in terms of you didn't like it, and I totally get that. And I can see why, because it isn't focusing on the details. I will give you that.
Oh, completely. But also just, yeah. Oh, God. My advice is just, watch the first episode, see what you think. And hopefully your reaction will skew more towards OKs than mine. I'll keep watching it with you guys, but my reaction watching episode 1 was like, the meme of the face palm so hard it goes through the back of the head. That was me. So.
Well, we have the inverse reaction here as we had with you and I are polar opposites.
Mm-hmm.
You really enjoyed that. I was cringing. Here, I'm really enjoying it. You're cringing. It happens.
Yep, exactly. So that's why I prefaced it with this is not bad, but.
Well, the places where I was arguing was not that you don't enjoy it. It was the specific arguments you were making I disagreed with. And I made my case, you made yours. There's no point in repeating that, but that's why I was arguing.
Yeah. It's just, oh God.
So, I know that's hard to follow up on, Sketch, but what do you think?
It sounds interesting to me. I will probably give it a look. I like the general concept. Sounds like it's gonna pull at your heartstrings a lot.
It does. It definitely does that. The focus on the main character seems to be the fact that he is socially awkward and hasn't really been able to get outside of that, and well, now he kind of has to.
I like that it's a same day dub.
I'm always happy to see same day dubs. Now, I just did that one. Does anyone care if I do Reslime?
No.
Okay. That time I got Reincarnated Slime Season 4! Holy shit! Debut time is to be announced, but I would estimate April 17th. The sub started on April 3rd. Demon Lord Rimuro's dream of creating an alliance of humans and monsters grows closer to being fulfilled. It's slime time, and it looks so good! Also on that key art, I could have sworn that was a freaking helmet, but it's just a dude's hand. But I'm always happy to see more. That time I got Reincarnated.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. If you don't know what Reslime is, go watch Season 1.
I will go even I'll go even further. They just released steel books for Season 1 and 2 that combine the 2 sets for each for about half the price. I picked up Season 2 finally because of that. So it's worth watching. I think it's worth owning, but obviously I'd watch before you pick it up.
Might be a little difficult to get some of the older seasons at this point.
They actually just, like I said, reissued Seasons 1 and 2 as steelbooks.
Nice.
Did. And again, they're I got Season 2 for $40 off Amazon. They charge, so they got those two, and then they just put out Season 3 Part 1, so it is very available. Highly recommend. I'm sure you're excited for Reslime as well.
I am quite behind. I think I'm like a season or more behind.
It gets very good. Every season so far has... Season 3 starts off a little slow, but it gets there. Season 2 is just holy shit. Also, Isekai Counter. That's number 7. And Ark, I know this one's all you.
Sure. The Beginning After the End, Season 2. Dub airtime TBA, guesstimated on April 15th. Arthur faces one last mission with Jasmine, but the quest unleashes a tragedy no one saw coming. And just okay notes in the notes here. It looks like it's something similar to the Mashoko Tensei teleportation incident. So we'll see what happens.
Way to steal my fire there, guy. Yeah, I don't know that it is a teleportation incident, but something emotionally on that level where things go bad with the family, it looks like, and oh dear. Being after the end was pretty fun. It's not the best animation. People really, really didn't like the animation season 1, and it is still Studio a Cat, which is not the highest tier of animation, but it was serviceable. Dub was enjoyable. The story was good. I enjoy it.
I generally can't tell the difference except like with the real top shelf animation. So we're there for the story.
The reason I can tell, and the way you'll notice with beginning after the end, and Studio Cat in general, when they have their characters running, they just have 2 bent knees, and they just move them back and forth rather than actually animate the movement.
Yeah, well, understand. Okay, some of the I'm sure you can imagine the context. Some of the garbage tier animation I watch, I am immunized.
Oh, I get you. And I'm not saying it's terrible. It's not. But I do understand what people have the animation.
Right, but I would say, this is a case of we're all spoiled these days.
I can't agree with that. It's a little more than.
Okay, well.
It's not the worst animation I've ever seen, but it is below standard. And that standard is not, oh my god, look at this re-slime. Oh my god, look at Moshoko Tensei or Free Runner. No. It's below the norm. It's not much below the norm, but I would say it's below average.
Well, I leave it to you people who know what you're looking at to make that judgment.
But I would say that it's carried by a very powerful art style and great character writing, great storytelling, and a fantastic. That's where I think it pushes it over the. And yeah, Isekai counter one last time, number 8 right here. This is the last one. I just checked. There will be another one in my sub recommendation, but that doesn't count.
All right. Well, I'll take this next one if no one else wants it.
It's between you and Sketch. Although Sketch, I don't know if you have any thoughts on beginning after the end.
Oh,
No, I haven't seen the first season. So
fair enough. Basic concept is the main character was like this tyrant king. Dies, gets reincarnated, has no chance to not be a tyrant king, and is basically taught pretty early on, oh, hey, that's not the only way to live. There are other ways you can be a better person, and he's trying to be a better person, and it seems like this world kind of needs him to be the hero.
All right.
Do you have, is there a show you want to jump on? We're going about, do you want to talk about the next one after, any of them?
None in particular.
Okay. Ark, sounds like you are interested in this next one, so go ham.
Possibly. So the title is The Drops of God. Dub airtime TBA, guesstimated on April 24th. So Shizuku Kanzaki and Issei Tomine face off in a test of their wine knowledge to secure their father's estate. And my first question is, if they're related, if they're both sons, why do they have different last names? But I assume that's a plot point. So I'm guessing one of them's illegitimate. But in any case, this could be either boring to me, or it could be very, very interesting. Because if it's boring, it's just yet another character drama, which, unless they set it up really well, probably wouldn't catch my interest. But if it's an anime that, yes, has a drama, but is talking all about winemaking and being a sommelier and that sort of thing, that's something I know just enough about to be interested in. So if they,
to my understanding, that's this is a manga. I've heard nothing but praise for it, and my understanding is it is that.
Excellent. Then certainly the title is very clever and it really sets my expectations high, because coming up with a good title is really fucking hard.
Yeah, feel that.
So yeah, I don't really care about their family drama, but I am looking forward to learning about wine. Although Probably nobody's going in the. I spent way too long on the winemaking level in Hitman 3, so but probably nobody's going in the Crusher. But you know,
Have
we
you
can
watched
hope.
Bartender?
No, I haven't. Is that an anime?
Yeah, that's an anime.
Okay, I'll
Which
check
one?
it out. Bartender.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Bartender.
I'll check it out.
I've also heard that one's very good.
I'd never heard of it. I'll check it out. So it's another thing. I don't drink much, if at all, but I love learning about alcohol and all the
Fair
different
enough.
drinks and this and that. It's a very interesting and rich and important part of human culture. So yeah, what do you think, Sketch?
Yeah, I think it could be very interesting, or it could be very boring.
And that's fair. I don't. I've heard it's good, but I don't know. I have no idea.
So it's all, is this an anime that's trying to teach us something? If so, thumbs up. If not, then cool.
All
We're
I
talking
can
about
say
Drops
is,
of God or Bartender.
Drops of God was what I was thinking of, but
Bartender's good. Bartender's good. It's about a guy who picks out the perfect drink for each person that comes to his bar.
Lovely.
Ark, you and I gotta watch that one.
Sure. And speaking of which, okay, this is your irregularly scheduled reminder to play Valhalla.
How'd I know that was coming? I'm a good ways into it. I just finished it.
I know, but I'm just giving you I want to put the silly image I made on screen. I didn't do the art for this, but I put.
You can send it to me.
I'm
again.
wondering how hard boiled the Drops of God is going to be. Like how intense are we? Are we going to food wars it?
Oh, they have to. Wine people get psychotic, and I'm there for it. That's what I'm hoping for, because wine is this whole thing.
You fool! If you do that, you'll ruin the batch.
Exactly. Or oh god, if you don't know about wine people, look into it. They're fun.
All I know is that I've actually heard of this before, back when it was a manga. I think from V-Lord, actually, but I can't. Don't quote me on that because I can't say for sure. I want to say V-Lord told me it's good, but I can't remember if it was him or someone else. But I've heard of it before, and that to me at least says something.
Okay.
And the family drama stuff could be interesting.
Yeah, it can, but I tend to assume boring because I'm jaded. But who knows?
I mean, maybe
there's a very high possibility that illegitimate son who was probably the firstborn. That's why
why else would they have different last names?
Yeah, well, could be first wife died and then he has second wife.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure the family name goes with the male line in Japanese culture.
Yeah, but there are several stories in fiction where the character wants to use their mother's last name.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah, that's true. So it's not necessarily but it's definitely two different.
There's definitely something going on.
But that speaks to daddy issues.
And if it's a succession thing, I'm guessing that the father's the one who wants to test them.
Oh, sure,
naturally. It sounds like he's already dead for looking at the trailer, but
Oh.
So it's probably a challenge laid out in his will or some bullshit. Who knows? We'll see.
Oh, some shit.
Probably.
I have high hopes. Let's see what happens.
I think it's cool that they're dubbing this.
Yeah, no, this is not one that I'd normally see dubbed, but as much as I'm annoyed that all the romance stuff is getting dubbed, I love that we're getting stuff dubbed that you wouldn't expect, and this is definitely something interesting. Try out dubbed. I'm excited. Okay, who wants to take on the class monitor?
I guess I will.
You got the class monitor.
The klutzy class monitor and the girl with the short skirt. Dub airtime to be determined, estimated to be 420 blaze it, because the sub started on the 6th. Strict disciplinarian Sakura Daimon-kun versus carefree rule-breaking Poem-chan, and unexpected friendship forms. Because of course.
Of course. I mean,
it's all going to be about her trying to loosen him up and him trying to chill her out.
I'm not overly interested, but it's a It's a tried and true formula.
They could have fun with this.
Oh yeah, it
They could.
seems very on the nose and more than a little gonzo, judging by the trailer.
If I were to enjoy it, it would be because of that.
Right. So
Yeah.
not my jam, but it does seem to be doing exactly what it sets out to do. So if that's your thing, then definitely check this out.
Will every episode he'll see her walking to school is like, you still have a skirt that's too short.
Arc, what this reminds me of is Bad Girl.
In the tone, yes, but not in the setup.
Well, no, the setup's different. I'm talking about the tone and the rule breaker and the rule. Yeah,
right. The energy. I could see it. Yeah. But yeah, remember, if you're ever in charge of discipline at some place, just use the old Catholic school rule because it just works. Kneel down, and if your skirt don't touch the floor, you're going home. That was the rule back in the day, and it fucking works. The best rules are unambiguous and easily enforced.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
What was I going to say? I say if you want a live it's a very slight sidebar. If you want a good and much more subtle live action movie from way back in the day, and I know of this movie because it was my parents watched this the night before I was delivered. It's called The Sure Thing. And it stars, I forget who the boy was, but the girl was, like her teenage years, is the lady who went on to play Princess Vespa in Spaceballs. And it's very much that same dynamic and a pretty good movie. So, The Sure Thing. So
all right. Well, next is the romance that I might actually like. The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. Maritime's TBA, but we estimate on April 23rd as a sub started on April 9th, or rather, will start on April 9th, since we're not there yet. Probably will have happened by the time we get this out, though. Seraphina, the fiercest knight, receives a surprise marriage proposal after being captured by barbarians. This one does kind of look cute, and the trailer is a lot more, and he fell in love with her in combat, and so he's going to make her fall in love with him. That's what he's trying to do.
Godspeed, lad. I'm expecting, and I'll be disappointed if they don't play on this a lot for Laps, because I assume she's from a more civilized setting, and
It
so the contrast. So yeah, that's always fun. It's like, to realize that just because we do things differently doesn't mean it's bad.
And that I think that dichotomy is what makes this interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen this porno, but I did read a story along these lines once. So,
oh my
and that was
gosh!
good.
Of course you have to say that.
I like how the animation looks in the trailer.
This. Okay.
The preview image there doesn't do it justice.
Okay. The preview
she looks a lot less young in the actual show.
Yeah, the trailer definitely gave me more vibes than the preview image did, for sure.
Gender dimorphism in media is a whole quite fascinating debate that we don't have time for.
Wow, he sure cleans up nice.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, he does.
His beard on.
Kind of like that, yeah.
I like
the beard is it's a nice beard.
Yeah,
it's a very well managed beard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will say this show looks well drawn, but not super well animated.
I'll agree with that.
But could be fun.
Okay.
So I know you're going to want to do the one after this. So, Sketch, do you want to talk about Iruma-kun, or do you want to talk about the Witch Hat?
I'll talk about the Witch Hat.
All right, then I will talk about Welcome to Demon School, Iruma-kun, Season 4. Dub airtimes to be announced. We estimate April 20th. Sub started on April 4th. Suzuki, Iruma, and all 13 students of the Misfit class must perform to reach rank 4 at the music festival. I very confused how that worked out. I saw a couple episodes of Season 1, It's this almost Harry Potter situation of this normal guy ends up in the school for demons. But it's actually by accident, and people are confused. I don't know how we go from that to music festival, but I fell off of this train, and clearly it kept running. I should probably catch up sometime.
Blank stare from me.
I don't know. Ark, you will either love it or hate it because it is a bonkers show. I fell off.
Okay. Any thoughts from the sketch?
I have only seen a little bit of Iruma-kun. It seemed like an interesting concept.
That's kind of how I felt about it too. And like I said, I watched like maybe 2 episodes. So
I remember thinking that his adopted grandfather was quite the eccentric character for deciding to make his heir a human boy with no magic power and send him to a demon school. Like, what could possibly go wrong?
Nothing, clearly.
Also, this poor kid had like the worst childhood.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that he's getting on well in school.
It looks like it. Yes, there seemed to be with the trailer. It seemed to be they have this troop of people that are going to do a music thing, but one of them has been pulled out by family drama, and they're like, "We want him back." So that could be fun.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there's all kinds of fun characters in this show.
Yeah. Actually, I just realized looking at this and the next couple of things, this seems like the Hogwarts block.
Oh my gosh, you're not wrong. It pretty much is back to back.
Unintentional.
Oh my gosh.
Because next up,
they're just alphabetical.
yeah, right. But next up is Wistoria Wand and Sword Season 2. Dub airtime TBA estimated at April 26th. Will and his friends face new challenges and higher stakes in Wistoria Wand and Sword Season 2. And yeah, it continues to be amazing.
I've read the manga past Season 1, possibly past Season 2, because I read a lot of this manga after Season 1 ended. You're in for a fantastic ride. It's gonna be good.
Okay, well, give me more of that big sword energy.
I saw a little bit of Season 1. I should definitely get back to it.
It's fun. It's the thing about Wistoria that immediately grabs is the incredible animation.
Yeah, it is a very nice looking show.
Yeah, and also just
but it has good storytelling and characters along with.
Yeah, and the art style managed to be somehow generic, but also just jump right out of the screen at me. I still can't explain it.
It's very colorful.
Yeah. There's that, and there's just something about the way that they're drawn. I can't explain it.
But we did an episode on Season 1. We gave it plenty of awards. It's a good show.
Okay. And the last show that isn't a continuation, we have which Hat Atelier? I think I pronounced that right.
Atelier.
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 The only reason we know is because of another show we watched a while back.
The dub airtime is April 6th at 7 a.m. Same day dub.
Means
Very
it's
cool.
out now.
This has been a highly anticipated series. I believe it has the same director as Freyrin Season 1.
Ooh, I did not know that. I remember hearing a lot about this as it was announced. I actually have a real life buddy who has already begged to be on an episode talking about this because they love the manga. So I've heard nothing but good things about Witch Hat Atelier.
This looks amazing.
Coco's dreams of casting magic may become a reality after she uncovers a secret and becomes an apprentice. What I recall from the first chapter of the manga is there's a lot of pushback to her becoming a witch, but she she eventually becomes a witch.
That is very similar to Wistoria, actually.
Yeah. See if there's equally a justification, because, there's good reasons for doubting Will on the face of him. Anywho, but yeah, the other point I wanted to make is that this dependency on drawn patterns to make the magic reminds me a lot of Full Metal Alchemist.
I was
Because
gonna say it reminds me of Bookworm.
well, in Bookworm, it's you in a lot of systems you can use magic circles, or they're implied, but you don't necessarily have to draw them on the ground in order to do anything, which is the feeling I get here. I could be wrong.
I was given the impression it had to be sewn into like clothing and stuff, like Bookworm.
In Bookworm, not really. It's
That's not the okay. You're being a little overly literal. Yes, there are other ways to do magic in Bookworm.
yeah,
But one of the
it's
ways in Bookworm,
it's an option to do. So you use like explicit magic circles to either do really powerful or wide area magic, or to do persistent effects, as you described, stitching a circle into clothing or whatever.
yes, and that's where I'm making my comparison from.
Right, but it's usually this sort of pattern thing, or matrix, whatever you want to call it, is an option, but it's usually not the only option, which is what
Oh my
seems to be
gosh,
the case here.
Again, you're being overly literal in my comparison. I just recognize that that's a similar
Right,
idea.
but
That's all I was saying.
Yes, but
I was not saying it's the same thing.
You're missing my point.
Your point is that there are other ways there. There's not here, and I agree with you.
Right,
but
which is
that's a,
not just about Bookworm. I'm talking about just magic in general across lots of stories. You usually don't see this as the only option. That is my point.
And a lot of times, it's like a big deal when somebody can do magic without a circle.
Right. So I didn't see
Like
any
in the Shoku Tensei.
Yeah, I didn't see any or Full Metal Alchemist for that matter. So I didn't see any indication of that here, although not impossible. But I mean, even in the key art, our protagonist is holding a pen, Also, I want to know more about the little fuzzy things. The little pets. They seem adorbs. So. So yeah, that's it.
This is definitely a show to
looks
look into.
very pretty.
Highly anticipated. It's gonna tug at your heartstrings.
Hey, that makes it a very gorgeous good show.
It has a lot to live up to, from the director of Freyrin and Bocchi the Rock season 1. But I wouldn't bet against it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that is our new dubs. Our continuing dubs are continuing, but this is a rather unusual set of continuing dubs. We don't have any normal continuing dubs. They have a big thing in common. And one of them, I'm guessing, they're both Toei. One of them is Digimon BEATBREAK, which has been dropping 5-episode batches, pretty much as Toei feels like it. We've been watching it weekly, and so far, by the time we finish our 5th episode of a batch, that's around the time they drop 5 more, although we've got one more episode before they do that again, and they haven't done it yet, so I'm on pins and needles right now, but that's what they've been doing for Digimon BEATBREAK, which, it's a Digimon show. Tomoro Tenma and his Digimon Gekamon join the bounty hunters, the Glowing Dawn, to investigate rogue Digimon. I adore this show. This is the best Digimon I've ever seen, and I have been a Digimon fan for a very, very long time.
That's high marks.
My previous high mark would have been season 2. I am a mark for the Digimon Adventure series in particular.
Finally somebody else who appreciates O2.
O2. I liked season 1 when it was going on. Season 2 is what won me over. It was Ken, dude.
Yeah. O2. I know a lot of people
great.
prefer Tamers, but
Tamers is alright. I enjoy Tamers. It's actually probably my least favorite of the original runs anyway. I actually prefer Frontier over Tamers.
Interesting.
But I'm the weird outlier there. But BEATBREAK, oh my gosh. They take their time with Beat Break to do things that you get done on like 3 or 4 episodes. No, they didn't. They really play it out. They really let things sit and grow naturally, and it's so good. When you finally get to that first Digivolution, it takes a whole core to get to that first Digivolution, but it earns it.
All right.
So I'm excited for more. I'm amazed it's going for a 3rd consecutive core. I thought for sure when this core and the core it's on now, which we are technically just starting where we're at, I was so sure that was going to be a season 1, and if we got more, it'd be later. They're just moving on to a 3rd consecutive core. I don't know where else I've seen that. Even like Reslime, which is going to have 12 cores for season 4.
Whoa.
They're only doing 2 back to back, and then they're going to go on break and come back later. I don't know how often. I don't see 3 straight cores very often, but Digimon's doing that. But because Digimon's release is like this, and because, well, the dub caught up, we gotta talk about the seasonal release of One Piece. I'm not caught up. I'm in Wano. But the dub's caught up all the way, and we've got a seasonal run for the Elbaf arc.
Yep.
And given that the dub's all caught up, I would not put it past Toei to start doing episode drops like they are for Break. I would love to say, hey, we can finally get that One Piece Simuldub that I know I've been dreaming of for almost like a decade now. Like, I really wanted them to Simuldub this thing forever and a day ago when it looked like they were going to catch up, which they finally did. It's Toei. That is not happening.
The thing is, they're definitely dubbing this ahead of where they're releasing it. Like they're holding back on releasing it so that they do batches. So
Yep.
And there probably were times when they were basically caught up.
Oh yeah.
Before now.
That is almost certainly true.
So I think they'll continue with the batches, and if we're expecting like 25, 26 episodes of Elbaf uninterrupted, then they'll probably do 13, 12 or
13 and 13. I could see that. I was just saying, seeing that they're doing 5 episode drops with Digimon, I was thinking they might do that for One Piece, but I could totally see.
Might, but
you're right though. Historically for One Piece, they've done 12, 13 episode drops.
Yeah, that's what they usually do. But
and I could see
5
that.
dub drops for Digimon Beat Break, isn't that like Core 1 episodes right now?
We're in Core 2. We're up to 15.
Oh, okay. So it's like a core and a half behind.
Yeah, it's like a whole core and like a quarter.
So when did they start doing the 5 episode drops? When they started Core 2?
When they started Core 2, yeah.
Ah, okay.
And it's basically been, hey, here's 5 episodes. Hey, here's 5 more. Basically about if you watch it weekly, which is what we've been doing, it's just about when you're done with those 5, they've been dropping that 5th.
They might actually do that with One Piece.
So I mean, there's 15 episodes out. We've only watched to 14 because we are doing the weekly thing. The first drop we didn't. We're like, oh gosh, we got to catch up. They're going to put more. And then we had a long wait for the second drop. And we're like, okay, let's not do that again.
So how frequently do they drop?
It's been about, like I said, it's been about the time if you were to watch them weekly, it's about every 5 weeks so far.
Ah, I see.
Estimated, like approximate. I don't have an exact date for the drops, but they've been. If we had waited for the 5 days on that first one, we would have gotten. For the third one, we weren't even done with the 5 episodes yet, and they dropped the next 5. This one, we're kind of on pins and needles. It's not like a set schedule. It's whatever they feel like it, but it's been like that.
Ah, so it's like when Nintendo adds games to the Nintendo Switch Online.
Yes, it's very much
whenever
like
they
that.
feel like it, and in whatever amount they feel. Yeah, kind of like that.
Kind of like that.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle One Piece.
It'll be very nice when I finally catch up. I'm getting there. I'm almost to episode 1,000. I'm at like 9 something or other.
Yeah.
Getting there slowly.
You might be caught up by the time they first release the next the first part of Elbaf dubbed.
Could happen. Specifically, my next episode is 986. So yeah, very exciting as a longtime One Piece fan. I have been, and Ark can vouch for this because he was actually there. That goes far enough back where we lived together. I have been buying the season voyage sets since they started in 2008, which, holy cow, that was a long time ago. That was 18 years ago.
Ever since I met him, if you brought up One Piece, it was hours before you could shut him up.
It's true. Okay, but here's a real question,
not a
Ark.
criticism, just an observation.
Here's a real question, Ark. Am I worse about One Piece or Dragon Ball?
One Piece.
Oh, wow. Okay, then.
Probably because there's twice as much material. With One
There's a
Piece.
lot more material for One Piece.
Actually,
I
there
love
might be
Dragon
more
Ball.
than twice as much.
Oh, gosh. I mean, but now we have all the new Dragon Ball shows.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing to think how far we've come from the point when it looked like One Piece was dead in the US.
Yep. Thanks,
And now
4Kids.
It's tremendously successful.
Rock the Dragon.
We've got
baby.
We got 2 live action seasons on Netflix, which are both very good. Especially the second one. Holy cow.
Yeah, the second one was so good. My word, I could not believe how good that was.
I thoroughly enjoyed season 1, but they made a lot of liberties to make season 1 happen. Season 2? They did a few things, but
they had to speedrun East Blue.
They did.
God. I just had a thought. Is 4Kids still in business?
No.
Okay,
No,
They
so
went bankrupt
Okay.
in like the 2010s.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
here's my idea. Hear me out. We buy the name 4Kids. We buy the IP. And then
Gosh.
we license parody rights to popular anime and get comedy writers in and deliberately, make fucked up dubs abridged style. And then but we deliberately make it funny. And then we get good voice actors. Ideally, if we can swing it legally, we get the same voice actors, and we tell them, do the worst job you possibly can, make it funny. And we make boutique.
It's funny that you
dubs.
mentioned that. There's been a recent casting in One Piece of a character who I don't know enough to say, but there seems to be some kind of a connection to Luffy. And
yeah.
I don't know the details.
Yeah,
But I mean, it's Joy Boy, so I know that much.
They were Luffy before Luffy was Luffy.
The 4Kids voice of Luffy is now in the modern One Piece dub as a different character.
And
Well, she was actually in it before that.
Yes,
okay,
very much so. I've heard the clip.
Then wonderful. That's amazing.
Ark.
They really missed the opportunity to have the 4Kids cast voice of the fake Straw Hats.
They really should have. Oh my gosh,
that would have been amazing.
Because that was a thing. There was a fake Straw Hat Ark.
Oh, and they didn't do that. That's a crying shame.
Yeah.
And
really
that makes me sad because Dragon Ball did it. When they had a fake Vegeta, they went and got Brian Drummond.
Beautiful.
I loved that. That was so good.
Because again,
genius.
Yeah, but no, just like, legitimately, like, for small budget, just for fun, make boutique 4Kids dubs to go alongside the real ones. Just for
I'm
fun.
going to make a point to you, Ark. The 4Kids actors could absolutely act, and technically you already do this. I don't think you are putting two together. Do you know a dub that was done by the 4Kids actors that just wasn't done by 4Kids?
What?
The Slayers.
Okay. Yeah.
That is full of 4Kids actors. But it wasn't 4Kids. And I know you see Slayers. Showed it to you.
Right. I remember.
They can act. They can all act.
Good.
Most
then, yeah. Then, just have some fun with it. And this would be the hobby project if I was rich. Just to have some fun.
Yeah. A lot of them are actually pretty active today. Still, amazingly.
Right.
All right. That is all the dubs that are going on, and then a little bit extra. But of course, there's always the subtitle picks. I know I've got two. I don't know if you guys got anything, because I don't have any
I got
notes.
some.
I've got one.
Ark, did you find any? Oh, you got one?
Yeah, I didn't put it in the document, but I'll talk about it.
That's all good. Sketch, feel free to lead us off.
Okay. Oh, we didn't mention Dorohedoro. That
I didn't see it. Didn't show us having a dub, which actually kind of annoyed me because I know season 1 did.
I'm sure it will get a dub eventually.
Oh, it has to. It was Dorohedoro. I need to watch that, but I've heard really good things.
It's a really cool show. So my sub picks. So kind of following along the lines of. May I ask one more?
One final thing. God, that
There's
show
a show called Always a Catch, and it's about a young lady who believes she would be inheriting her family's kingdom, a kingdom of martial artists.
Oh.
But she had a baby brother born, so now she will not be inheriting the kingdom. And she finds herself in a position where the prince of another kingdom is very infatuated with her. And
Ooh.
it's really cute, really fun, and she kicks a lot of ass. But she's not she's not like Scarlet. She's not
like battle crazed.
Personality wise, she is the polar opposite of Scarlet.
Okay.
She is a very sweet girl. She wants to be ladylike, but it's just not ladylike.
We did a
that
so-
could be a lot of fun.
So she's gonna need some lady lessons at a point. But in the
Amazing.
meantime, she's gonna be, saving people,
Etiquette is
fighting bad
overrated.
guys, and falling in love with the prince. And it's a very cute show. And Troika is doing it, so it's gonna be a good production.
Yes, that is gonna be nice.
Like
So
Troika
that
Games
is
was.
definitely a quality pick right there. There were 2 more, I think I wanted to mention.
Also interesting, they've got the Rooster Fighter sub.
Yeah, they do in some territories.
Oh, I see. I didn't notice that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
Not for
it's
us.
mostly Asian territories, East Asian territories.
I really wish they would just make pages for the specific areas and know where you are, because that is very.
You want them to do work?
Yes. They raise their prices. That's the least they can do.
If you want a really fluffy rom-com, there's The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten Season 2.
I've seen.
I
they-
saw
I
that.
haven't- I haven't read them, but I've seen the light novels for that. It seems pretty popular.
The first season, I will say, there was times where it felt like it was kind of boring. But it's really cute. The popular girl falls for the aloof guy who doesn't want to stand out when he like finds her on a rainy day out in the park and puts an umbrella over her and finds out that she's his neighbor, and then she starts hanging out with him a lot and bringing food, and then they basically start living like husband and wife.
Okay.
And it's cute, it's cozy, it's really fun.
I'll check out the
Hopefully
novels.
more
I did-
interesting things occur in the second season than the first.
I didn't realize there was that much substance to it. I always just kind of rolled my eyes and moved on with the novels. So maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, they're interesting characters once you get to know them. Which is everything, because it pretty much the focus is the characters and their relationship. So I'm intrigued by this show, Needy Girl Overdose, related to the Needy Streamer Overdose game.
A
It's actually
friend
called
of
Needy Girl.
mine
overdose in Japan.
A local friend of mine is obsessed with the show. As soon as I saw it was getting an anime, I sent them a link.
Yeah. In a world where likes are currency and every viewer is a judge, OMG Kawaii Angel, also known as K Angel, is determined to become the ultimate internet angel. And I have to admit, one of the reasons why I wanted to check out this show is because one of my favorite VTubers, Mint Phantom, is in the Japanese cast.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't think she plays a really prominent role.
That sounds horribly dystopian. No, thank you, but do enjoy.
Yeah, I'm not interested either, Ark. But our friend Lana is very into.
Cool.
I mean, it's not gonna be a demon. What year was it? He's a streamer. That show was something.
That was fucking.
We
cool.
love that one. Yeah, Demon Lord 2099.
Yeah, because that was perfect for what it was trying to be. It was playing everything for laughs.
Yeah. So it seemed like it got pretty serious.
Right,
It
but,
did.
but then it got silly again.
It went back and forth.
Right, it did a good job of transitioning.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that interests me at least, primarily because of that streamer being involved in it. And I don't know, I was just looking down this list at Crunchyroll, and I'm intrigued by Food Diary of Miss Maid. Stuck in Japan for a year, maid in training Suzume eats her way through every snack she can find. That sounds fun. Very cute looking. Hey, look, there's another show about a witch. The Classroom of the Black Cat and a Witch.
Yeah, I was going to shout that out. That was
go
my
ahead.
shout. That was my only shout out besides what LK had, which,
Go for it, Ark.
Yeah, it's just a wannabe witch meets a mysterious black cat who may have more to him than meets the eye. It looks like a typical Hogwarts type thing with maybe a touch of the relationship between Witch and Kitty from Secrets of the Silent Witch. Who knows?
It could be interesting.
Man,
I get the sense that he's the cat.
Yeah, I don't know. Whether I'll care enough to bother watching it subbed, I don't know, but that's the only one that stood out to me.
Whenever I've done sub shoutouts, I do not end up watching them all. I never did watch freaking Ronin Warriors, and I'm still miffed they didn't dub it.
Oh, yeah, I saw some of that.
How was it?
It was interesting. I like that the demons listened to 80s music because they were last in the human world in the 80s.
That tracks.
Their taste in pop culture has not changed since that.
Well, that speaks well of them.
Yeah.
I mean, the 80s is a good decade. I'm okay with that.
It's been all
really
downhill from there.
It's a cool looking show. I like the concept that the Ronin Warriors is like a continued team that is still fighting demons, but for a while they were kind of bums. So now we have a real team of Ronin Warriors, and one of them is the son of the Demon Lord.
Oh God.
Who has, for whatever reason, been turned into a human. Yeah.
What the reigning thing in the back of my head that I hope it deals with. Where's the original set?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like they need to address that.
Well, I think the original girl is.
That makes it even worse. Where are all the other guys at? They're not going to just sit back and do nothing.
Man, I don't know. Maybe they died at the end of the OVA.
I mean, that's a possibility. I hate that OVA.
I never saw the OVA. Actually, I haven't seen much of the original show in general.
Oh, well.
Despite the fact that it was on Toonami, but it was.
There's a Blu-ray for that.
I wasn't really watching. I have it.
I do too. I actually never got around to ripping it though, because it doesn't have the intro. It has the Japanese intro.
And
it's,
it's streaming on various places now.
It is. It's on Amazon, I think. At least it was at one point. That's where
it's on Retro.
That's where I watched it recently-ish, a couple years ago.
Some places for free, some places free with ads. Subscription.
It's out there.
Lots of options. but buy it on Blu-ray.
Buy it on Blu-ray. It's available, and that was not the case for so long.
Maybe we should be careful with that. I don't know if it actually is in stock anywhere right now.
That's right. Thank you,
Because
Crunchyroll, for
Crunchyroll
delisting
is
things.
great. And I don't know if Media OCD is selling it. So
That is a good point. It was on Blu-ray.
So anyway, there are 4
Amazon's
Harry
got it
Potter
for $64
adjacent type shows that you could be watching this season and not give a shit about that HBO Max.
Oh God! Don't get
And I
started
recommend
on
you
that. Ooh.
What happened?
Though that's not coming out until
HBO Max
November.
is doing a reboot Harry Potter show, and it's not
Okay. Good luck with that. Even if it's good, they're just gonna get dogpiled. Seems like buying trouble, but hey.
Yeah.
yeah.
It is.
I mean, the movies started
Who are you gonna
so
please?
strong.
Like legitimately,
The movies started so strong and had their moments even towards the end, but
the best one's the 5th one. Don't even at me.
yeah, the fourth one was lame as fuck. Is all
It was.
That,
Well,
that's
what's
I
this?
I didn't really watch them past the 4th one because I'm just like,
But,
okay,
like-
they've lost the plot.
Regardless, who are you going to please? There are people who love the movies, or people who hate the movies. People who hate the movies aren't going to be interested in a show, though.
No.
Who knows? Well, I mean, as long as they make their money back.
They're not gonna.
Okay, well,
That's the really funny thing. HBO Max is not making money.
Well, at the risk of possibly triggering some people who take things way too seriously, I am going to vary on a meme. J.K. Rowling is still rich.
Yes. Yes, J.K. Rowling is still rich.
That is true. And I mentioned it, but we were transitioning. You can still buy Ronin Warriors on Amazon, $64.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, that's not terrible.
That's about what I would have paid through them previously.
Yeah, remember that we are completely extorted when it comes to anime video releases.
Particularly right now for reasons.
Yeah. I see another show here.
You
that
want
I
to
highlight.
own your media, peasant? You must pay dearly for the privilege while we still grant it.
There's a show from TMS Entertainment Studios 6. Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku. A young otaku meets 2 gals in his class that may have the same secret fandoms as him.
Ooh.
I mean, that definitely dress up darling vibes, but
I
we'll see
like
what direction it takes it.
I like the whole Gyaru thing, but again, in hentai.
Gosh.
Although
There are a couple of caught my
usually
attention.
wasted, but
Kusunoki's Garden of Gods, which is not on my notes, but I noticed it while I was looking through. A collection of unusual gods begin to visit a house after an exorcism expels the former evil spirits. That could be really fun, or it could be really bad, and
strikes me as being in the same universe as Momochi House and Book of Friends.
yes, which would mean I'd love it if true. That's right up my alley.
You know if it's any good.
The ones that I did put down that I noticed the first pass through. Killed again, Mr. Detective. The son of a star detective uses his mysterious power of rebirth to solve cases, no matter the consequences. He dies and comes back and solves the case.
That sounds kind of fucked up.
It depends on how it doesn't seem like it's going for the fucked up side of that. It's more of the haha silly is what I'm getting off of it.
Okay.
It could be screwed up. It could be a ReZero, certainly. Although I love ReZero, so maybe. And then the last one that I've noticed is the strongest job is apparently not a hero or sage, but an appraiser. Another appraiser anime, I know. Provisional in this case. Hibiki Manabe is transported to a world where monsters freely roam. Will he ever make it home? And invisible Isekai counter. It doesn't count because it's not a dub, but invisible number 9 right here. Any last shows from either of you?
Not that I can think of.
Okay, well that is... Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't let me cut you off.
Well, I look at Haibara's Teenage New Game and am just sad it has nothing to do with the anime New Game. But it's
I do have one more, but go ahead.
Another one of those time travel college student transported back in time to his first year of high school and given another chance at his life. And just the title of this one is like, I made friends with the second prettiest girl in my class.
Yeah, that
where a
I
quiet
took
student
one look
begins
at
an
that.
unusual relationship with a classmate who is ranked the second prettiest girl at school. Who's making these rankings?
Yeah, I took one look at that and just rolled my eyes and move on because that just speaks poorly of the whole situation.
Oh,
Now-
hey, and a production IG.
Ooh.
Aaron the Southpaw. A single act
yeah.
of graffiti sparks a bond that could heal or break two young artists.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, that
That
seems
sounds
like a
interesting.
jellyfish type of thing potentially.
Could be.
Potentially.
Over on High Dive, they've got Petals of Reincarnation. Toya explores his past life's talents as a returner, alongside the reincarnation of famed figures like Newton and Einstein, and when it's not listing, also Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, I saw that, and my comment to LK when he showed me the announcement was, "Prepare to be judged harshly."
I will probably wait for the dub on this one because High Dive has been very good about basically dubbing everything they have a season after the fact. But I might check it out.
If they're not having actors trying to, ham it up as these various historical people, what's the point?
Exactly. So I'll probably wait for the dub, but I might scope a sub.
There's actually another show about booze this season.
Oh,
do tell.
Botan Kamina fully blossoms when drunk. Two college students become drinking buddies and go exploring for more sips and adventures.
Not really the same thing, but yeah, I see the connection.
Oh, not for me per se, although I might like it anyway. But they are not dubbing, but they're subbing Farming Life in Another World Season 2 over on High Dive as well.
Was that the one with all the elf girls and stuff in the giant tree?
I don't know.
Yes,
I think I might have seen it. Okay, so there's no need to watch season 1. It's cute. It's a great thing to kill time with, but it's incredibly lightweight. I'm gonna enjoy it, but
it's a lot less horny than the manga or.
Yeah, no. If anything, it's like dude, clue in. But
well, he does have he sires many children from his many wives.
Right, and it's fine as long as it's treated as a fact of life. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a guy who uses a hoe to kill a dragon.
Yeah, it's basically the god who reincarnates and fucks up accidentally on purpose and gives him an all-powerful farming tool that he can use for just about anything, including.
And he builds. And he re-slimes basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you haven't seen it, okay. If you're looking to kill,
I haven't.
It's worth a check out if you want to kill some time.
They did dub the first season.
Yeah, so I might watch season 1. See, no, second not yet, but I imagine this time next season we'll be talking about them. The fact that
that's what I mean.
Started dubbing it, so
yep. And there's
I might watch season 1.
There's an adorable little, I think, original folk song in there as well. So if you like that sort of thing.
Good. All right. Well, gentlemen, I think that's a season. It's an Isekai season. Oh my gosh. Like, I made the joke because I knew, but yeah. There's a lot of Isekai. If you like Isekai, we got not just the big name ones, we do have several big name ones. I mean, the fact that we've got Re-Slime, Re-Zero, Vending Machine all in the same season, and we also have several other really good ones.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I just had
a
thought. I just had a stupid thought. And then where they're going Bugs and Daffy are going Wabbit season, duck season, Wabbit season, duck season, and then all of a sudden a narrator goes, Isekai season, and then they both get truck-kuned.
Oh my god!
They both get truck-kuned. Oh, that's
style.
awesome.
I like it. And
I
I
just had
I
that
forgot
part.
Bookworm, yeah.
I just had
Oh
that.
my
Oh.
word! I would
But
love
no,
to see
just
Bugs
like
and
as a
Daffy
comic. Just like as a
get
comic.
All right.
isekai'd.
Arc, because of you, the preview image on this one is just going to be a truck getting ready to run over about Bugs and Daffy.
Do it. Do
I'm going
it.
to have to figure out how to do that, but I'm going to do that now.
I'll see if I can help you with certain tools.
We'll figure it out. But you, I never with the seasonal
fantastic.
ones, I never know what to do. Now I know what to do.
It's isekai season, yeah. So
It's isekai season.
Just find pictures of the both of them looking in like a holy shit moment, and
that should be
and then
easy.
just pose it with a truck coming at them.
Yep. Probably do crazy headlights or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. Honestly, I'm excited. This has got some really heavy hitters and some interesting ideas. I think this is gonna be better than this past season because there were some good ones this past season. There was a lot of meh also.
True.
Not bad. I did not have a bad time. Even with the one that I give you crap for, like I don't hate You and I Are Polar Opposites. It's just not a me show.
Fair enough.
But there was a lot of like, okay, the Villainess is adored by the princess of the neighbor kingdom. It's not bad, but I am falling asleep. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm only watching because we got a few left.
Yeah, it's a bit overwrought in the wrong ways.
It had a great setup, and it just didn't capitalize on it.
Agreed.
So there are things like that. There are other ones where, I'm enjoying it, but I could do without. The ones that are great. Like, oh my gosh, Tojo Wants to Be a Kamen Rider, Sentenced to Be a Hero, Free Run. I actually really like Tuna the Midnight Heart. We'll do an awards episode probably very, very soon. So we'll talk about all the good of this past season. But I feel like we're going to have a lot more heavy hitters this season.
Can hope.
So, exciting times. But, Ark, I believe you've got a YouTube shout out for us.
Yes, so today's shout out is Science and Futurism with Isaac Arthur, also known as SFIA. The YouTube channel name is simply Isaac Arthur, and yes, that is the guy's real name. His parents named him that. He's a very nice guy. So he's been doing this for years. You can go back, there's literally a playlist of all of them in order. There's hundreds of episodes, and it's basically futurism speculation from a basis of hard science. And this guy doesn't just talk about this stuff, he's actually partly through this become very much a somebody in this whole particular world. He actually, this past year, I believe, was the president of the National Space Society.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy, very handsome guy, I think. He's growing into, he's about our age. Married, 2 kids. Lovely. And so it actually recently transitioned format of just from him talking to now there's piece to camera, so it's very much nowadays. It was they did that, of course, to satisfy YouTube trying to fight the bots, but it actually really works because it's like an old school TV show now, with him talking to camera, and he dresses up real nice and stuff. But one warning, if you go back to his early episodes, the man has quite the speech impediment, and while it's gotten a hell of a lot better over the years, nowadays it's just very it comes across as a distinctive accent. You do have to pay attention to his early episodes, but you can understand them just fine. And for example, if you, like me, play Stellaris and you're in love with all the megastructures you can build, and you want to learn about, how do things work in real life, what would a real Dyson sphere be like? Hint, not like you see in most games. That's some of his earliest episodes is a rundown of all the different actual feasible megastructures, some of which we could build right now if we felt like it. Like, remember from Gundam, the giant O'Neill cylinders, the giant cylinders with the city on the inside? That's called an O'Neill cylinder. We could build those right now if we wanted to. It would be difficult because we'd have to make some industry in space, but we have that technology today. And I am a huge advocate in general that we need to get, not all of us, but we need to get a real population off Earth as soon as possible to as many different places as possible. Because once in a while, a rock falls out of the sky or Christ knows what. So, also, we're sooner or later going to run out of resources on Earth, and there's infinite resources up there. We just need to go and set up the industry to start taking it. And then we could do all the horrible polluting stuff out where there isn't an environment to destroy. So, and ironically, one of the only people really driving that forward is one of the worst people on Earth. But that's, I'll take what I can get. So, anyway. But yeah, there's a lot happening. And I mean, hell, we're going back to the moon.
Okay, very cool. Well, I guess it's time for us to do a little house cleaning. So, as our special guest, Sketch, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Sketch1984, on Blue Sky, look me up Sketch1984, and of course on the Toonami Faithful podcast. We post that on all your podcast platforms. You can also find it on SoundCloud.com/Toonami Faithful Podcast.
Good times. The one place we can't be because it requires money. Well, Ark, where can people find you?
Well, we're recording this right after last week's episode, so in addition to all that, one thing is I got to a certain point in Death Stranding 2, which, just like the PC port released actually working, which is nice. The Decima engine continues to impress, but I got to a certain point where I'd completed all of the major logistics in the world, and so the story had been kind of meh, and I was waiting for something to start happening. And just hasn't, and I kind of clicked off in the middle of a major cutscene, and I'm not going to do this now because this isn't the time or the place, but I have a whole rant on how bad the writing is in this game, and it's one thing, it all revolves around the writing of the main character, if I can even use that word for Sam. I have a rant.
Oh, wow.
It's bad. At least I think so.
So, as for me, you can find me on Twitter at LaserKidPrime. You can find me on Blue Sky at LaserKid. And you can find me on the Toonami Faithful podcast with Sketch and several other people. Not as much right now and recently, but in the past and in the future. Scheduling has been a thing, and it will be a thing again, but these things go in cycles. But yeah, definitely check out Toonami Faithful. Talk about Toonami, talk about anime on Toonami. Check it out. After Simuldub Saints, you can find us right here on YouTube, which is probably where you're listening / watching to us. That is where we get most of our views, and I do put in images to help guide through what we're talking about. Sometimes we'll put in little joke things. It's a fun time. But if you prefer more audio, we do got you covered. We have the podcast up on Spotify Podcast, which does push out to a number of other podcast platforms. So you are welcome to check that out as well. We are on social media on Twitter and Blue Sky at Simuldub Saints, and we've got a Facebook group which is linked in the YouTube and Spotify podcast page. So if you prefer to check out that way, check it out. We post updates when new things come out, or if I'm going to be delayed, which does happen from time to time, I will usually put up a message saying, hey, sorry for the delay. Our episode 2 episodes ago was delayed about a week because of computer issues. So it does happen sometimes. We try to let you all know when things are happening, so you know what's going on, though. Well, I think that's this week's episode of Simuldub Saints. So until next time, see you later.